years ago now, I moved from Australia to Newark, New Jersey. And I got off the plane and found my accommodation in downtown Newark, and only had plane food for the past 30 hours getting there. So I went to the local supermarket, and I went in, and it's a medium-sized supermarket in downtown Newark, and I looked around, and I couldn't find any fresh produce. So I went to the attendant, and I said, "Oh, can you point me in the right direction to the fruit and vegetable section?" They said, "Oh, we don't have one." They pointed me to the freezer aisle. And it was at that point that I realized that there's a great opportunity here for AeroFarms, that we are in the right place at the right time. Newark, for those that don't know, is considered by some to be a food desert in some areas. What that means is people have limited access to fresh food, and so one of the things that we do is enable fresh food and fresh production. My name's Stefan Oberman, and as mentioned, I work for AeroFarms. We're a high-tech vertical farming company, considered by many to be the world leader in vertical farming. Behind me, it's an arugula leaf that we grow. It's the tastiest, most delicious salad leaf you'll ever try. And that's what we're told by a lot of the major retailers in the US. It's delicious, but I'll talk about that a little bit later. Right now, I guess I want to take you through the AeroFarms story and tell you about some of the macro tensions that we're facing and how we're solving them. By 2050, we're going to have to double food production. We're going to have 9.5, some say as high as 10 billion people on the planet. We need to find a way to feed them. Drought. As many of you know, many people in Puerto Rico know, as well as on the northeast coast in the US, a lot of leafy greens, the overwhelming majority, come from the Salinas Valley. They come from San Joaquin in California. And by the time they get over to the US, there's up to a week in travel time. But what farmers in California are facing is a massive drought, limited water. They're using more than there's been rain. They're experiencing rain, and they're drawing on bore water, underground water. And what that's leading to actually is the land sinking, and that's a major issue for farmers. Another fact is, in the past 40 to 50 years, we've lost a third of our arable land. That's land that's going to take hundreds of years to regenerate. Commercial agriculture, obviously we need to feed a growing population, but what comes with big ag are a lot of unwanted problems in some instances. For example, often when you grow in soil, depending on where you are in the world, it's very possible for the plants and the roots to absorb heavy metals. You think of spinach, for example. I mean, that's a powerhouse food, but you have to ask why, because it absorbs so much from the soil. And for example, one of the negative issues with spinach, again in some areas, is it can absorb things like cadmium, for example. Another issue is pesticides, herbicides, fungicides. There are a lot of responsible farmers out there. There are a lot of irresponsible farmers out there. And that's even when you buy leafy greens from the supermarket and you look at the packet, what does it say? It says triple washed. Why is it triple washed? Well, when it's washed, at first the water is milky white, and then the second wash it's a little bit less milky white, and the third wash it's a little bit less milky white, and they're washing off all of these pesticides, herbicides, fungicides. At AeroFarms, we use 0 pesticide, herbicides, fungicides in the produce that we sell. Soil contamination is a big issue, again, from the use and at times overuse of pesticides. You're leading to a lot of chemicals in the soil that leads to river runoff, that leads to dead zones, that leads to algae blooms. Food waste. there are a lot of statistics out there, but what a conservative analysis of the way that farmers grow, post-harvest losses are huge. Before they even get to the supermarket shelves, before they even leave the farm gate, product is getting degraded in the sun or in the processing or in the washing. Tremendous food loss. We're here to solve many of these issues. We have an important role to play in urban and wider agriculture. Again, we're called AeroFarms. And part of what we do is we use aeroponic farming. That's just part of it. We're a systems-based company. It's a holistic, it's a wide approach to agriculture that draws on a number of technological innovations. So here's a very short clip that shows you of a couple of our facilities in Newark, New Jersey. We have 9 facilities, and we've had 9 facilities to date. 3 of them are in Newark, New Jersey. Our first one was in an old discotheque. Some would say the plants danced at night. The other was in an old paintball facility. And the farm that you're seeing right now is in an old steel warehouse that we've now converted into a farm. It's a marvelous story to tell, where we sort of had these antiquated, in some respects, industries where now you're revitalizing the community. A lot of what we do, as I said, is repurposing underutilized buildings and building big farms. But that's not the only thing. By the way, we're 130 times more productive per square foot than a regular field farmer. Just think about that. For every pound per square foot, for example, that a farmer produces, we produce 130 pounds. We use 95% less water. We use 0 pesticides, herbicides, fungicides. But what's really special about us is the taste, the texture, the appearance, the nutritional density. No one is differentiating in salad. We get a few letters actually, from customers who buy our products in Whole Foods, in ShopRite, on freshdirect.com, and in other supermarkets. They write in letters saying, wow, I didn't think arugula was meant to taste like that. It's incredible. Who goes to the supermarket, buys salad, and writes in about how awesome the experience was? I mean, this is crazy, but I mean, it just goes to show how incredible salad can be. We also collect 24 million data points per tray. What that means is we're very data driven. We know what's happening with our plants at every minute of the day. We can course correct as needed. It's also about nutrition. As I said, Newark is a food desert. What if you could make a really nutritionally dense salad that also tasted good? Food safety. Many of you are involved in agriculture here. What people don't realize is that leafy green vegetables are actually highly susceptible to pathogens and different ailments, for example. So things like listeria, salmonella, E. coli. These are big issues facing the industry, and from time to time you'll see news reports of companies that have to recall their produce because there was an issue, there was an outbreak. And often these happen in the washing process. It doesn't sound logical, but that's often where these pathogens spread. So where AeroFarms is special is that we don't wash our produce. With full automation, the human hand never actually touches our leaves. And what that also means is when you're not washing the produce, because we don't use any chemicals, we don't use any pesticides or herbicides or fungicides, the quality of the leaf is maintained. One of the issues here in Puerto Rico is local food production. That's a problem where we see there's an opportunity and perhaps a solution that AeroFarms can play in this story of increasing local food production and increasing food security, which is a major objective of Puerto Ricans. So when you see produce harvested in the field, it's hot, it's 40 degrees, I apologize, I'm talking in Celsius, Usually that's a bigger problem in the US. And these leaves are harvested under intense sunlight. They're in the fields for several hours, and they're decomposing. You're losing massive amounts of product quality before they've even been washed, before they've even left the farm gate, before they're on the truck, before they're even on the supermarket shelves, and that leads to an incredible amount of food waste. There's also a lot of washing as well that in some respects as well can limit the shelf life of food. I visited quite a popular supermarket here in Puerto Rico on Friday, and this is what I saw. Guys, your food is really expensive here. Really, really expensive. And unfortunately, a lot of it, majority, I don't need to tell you, I think it's something like 80% is imported. And you have to look at the product quality here. I mean, this stuff has probably been in transit for the better part of a week. You can see the shrink, you can see the product quality issues. And one of the key things we're doing is farming locally, but we're also harvesting in the cool chain. So when you're harvesting in the cool chain, that has an immensely positive impact on the quality of the leaves. They're not in the field. They're kept at an optimal temperature that, if they're kept in the cool chain from when they leave the farm to when they're on the supermarket shelves, can dramatically increase shelf life, reduce food waste. When I started at AeroFarms a couple of years ago now, they made me a salad on my first day. I thought, that's nice. We had it, it was delicious, it was fantastic. It was a Greek salad. And I ate it and it was great. And then they said, by the way, it's 22 days old. It's like, wow. But it was incredible. And this really speaks to the way that AeroFarms grows and the way that we're really trying to maximize product quality, product taste, and extend shelf life so that you're tackling the issues of food waste and product loss. And we've also had, almost every major player in the industry say, wow, I've never tasted food, or rather leafy greens like this. One of the biggest criticisms with indoor growing is the food's bland, it has no taste, has no texture. And that's one of the things that we're not only combating, but we're exceeding expectations, not just for indoor growing, but for traditional growing. And ultimately, while we are technologically focused, there are a number of elements in the AeroFarms story. The reason why, in my opinion, that we're getting so much attention and so much positive sentiment is that the greens are the hero. If you don't maximize product quality, if product quality isn't king, you don't have a business. So for us, it's been all about maximizing product quality, maximizing taste, maximizing texture, appearance, and nutritional density. But technology does play a very key role in what we do. We're not just farmers, we're a technology company, we're a capabilities company, and we're building a company that's going to have a meaningful impact, not just on salad leaves, but well beyond. We use machine vision and machine learning in ways that I've never seen done before. What does that mean? It means you can take pictures of entire trays, hundreds of thousands of leaves, and you can see how they're going, how they're growing. Is it the right size? Is it the right shape? Is it the right color? Is it the right density? And when you seed a plant on day 6, how it's going to turn out on day 16. It's about having entirely predictable agriculture. What does entirely predictable agriculture mean? It means that a supermarket buyer doesn't have to call around 50 different farms to find someone who's got produce that day. They can order it 2 weeks in advance or 3 weeks in advance, and they know exactly what they're going to get, when, how much, and what they're going to pay. On the technology side as well, we're hiring, and we have hired data engineers, software engineers, mechanical engineers, PLC engineers, electrical engineers, systems developers, really the whole gamut of anything to do with science, technology, engineering, maths. And that's really exciting because we're providing opportunities, for example, for people that grew up on a farm, that went to MIT, that study data science, that study statistics, and don't really have a role to go back to if they want to join the family farm. We're providing that opportunity in a lot of really groundbreaking ways. And we're creating this environment where it's a full systems approach. So you need to not just optimize the biological side, but you need to optimize the environmental side, the operational side, and the systems side. Where AeroFarms is different is we're investing in R&D, we're investing in innovation. There are a lot of people that buy off-the-shelf systems. We believe in really to order to maximize value, to maximize the capabilities of the company, you have to invest internally, and that's where we feel that there's a differentiation and where AeroFarms is going to succeed. We're also BEE certified. A lot of companies are becoming BEE certified now. It's pretty tricky to sometimes quantify the social good, the benefit that you're bringing to local communities. So the great thing about being BEE certified is that you can quantify and you can measure how you're going against industry standards, and you can attract some of the best talent, people that have a social interest and an environmental interest and want to do good, but also want to work for a profit-driven company like AeroFarms. We've also gained a lot of media attention, which is great. We've won a lot of awards. There's definitely, vertical farming is certainly one of the growing businesses here in the US. It's a growing business. Unfortunately though, we think that there's going to be a lot of consolidation or a lot of people that try and have a go but aren't successful because they don't appreciate the CapEx involved, they don't appreciate the R&D or the innovation needed. But in addition, people are also potentially, and we worry, under-investing in food safety. Food safety in this area is so critical, and I guess what keeps us up at night is that people are going to cut corners. There's going to be some issue with vertical farmers and they're not taking food safety seriously, and it's going to give the whole industry a black eye. And that's something that we're really concerned about. That's why at AeroFarms we invested heavily in food safety. We have 120 SOPs, standard operating procedures. 60 of them relate to food safety. It's just so critical. And why AeroFarms is doing a lot of things with technology, with improving taste and texture, and becoming a capabilities company. I guess what's most meaningful for us is how we're providing a future for the next generation, how we're providing incredible produce, incredible opportunities, whether it's jobs and training in Newark, New Jersey, whether we're revitalising underutilised buildings. What you see here, this is a farm in a school in Newark. This is our farm at Phillips Academy Charter School. That's Michelle Obama. She visited us, visited our growing system a few months ago when they were still in office. And that was great because that really highlighted what we're doing in the school system. What we found is if you don't grow up eating salad, if you don't grow up eating leafy greens, all they are funny looking green things, you know, you don't really eat them. So what we do at AeroFarms is we have a weekly lunch where everyone from our CEO and co-founder, our scientists, our guys that work on the farms, we all come together and we make this salad. And there's this real cultural shift with people that perhaps didn't eat it before are eating it now, not just because it's healthy, because it tastes really good. And that's something that just goes back to AeroFarms' decision to really invest in local communities, and not just to be a business for profit, but also to be a business for social good. And I invite all of you to come to New York we have a farm stand every Wednesday. You're welcome to come by and have a look at our leafy greens. And love to talk to you all about the AeroFarms story, because we believe we're certainly one of the good news stories coming out of Newark and coming out of New Jersey. And we have a bright future, and we're really excited about the social good that we're going to achieve in the USA and globally. Thank you very much.